Everyone, good morning. I hope you're all well today. So I've got my little helper with me this morning. Madeleine is going to be joining us for today's Q&A session. So as always, if you have some questions for me, it's just bringing up a little message for me. Let me just click that away. So as always, if you have any questions for me, please type them in the comments and I'll be able to pick them up. I'd love to answer your questions this morning. So this is our pregnancy and postnatal group. So it can be anything about exercising during pregnancy, exercising with a new baby. And this could be anything from, straight after birth, even if you're a couple of years since you've had your baby, all of that still applies basically. So if you've got any questions at all around exercise, when you can start, what you can do, things like that, you can let me know. You might have questions about specific exercises, diastasis recti, really anything at all. And if you're not sure, then ask the question, because if I don't know the answer, I'll just let you know and I might be able to point you in the direction of someone else who can help you. So always ask the question, that's always fine. So we're little helper here. What I thought we would do, and by the way, if you don't want to type your question in, you're always welcome to email in advance questions you have, and then I can sort of read them out anonymously and we can go through them that way. So please don't be worried about that. So what we are going to do now is get on the mat, and I'm going to show you a couple of exercises that you can do when you've got your small person in tow with you, because you can see here that she's pretty active. She's probably not going to let me do like a full workout on my own, so the best thing I can do is get her involved in it. So I'm going to bring her down onto the mat and show you a couple of my favorite exercises that Madeleine usually enjoys getting involved with as well, and we'll see how we go. Okay, little ones, I'm going to tie my hair back, otherwise you're going to pull it all out of my head. So let's come over to the mat and get ourselves sorted. All right, sweetie, so Mummy's going to pop you down on the mat here. All right, there we go. I'm going to pop you down on the mat. I'm going to shut the door here so we don't disturb anyone else in the house, and then Mummy's going to take her hair up as well. Okay, sweetie? So one thing that's really nice to do here is a nice roll down. So I'm just going to move this out of the way so you can see us. And a roll down's a really lovely one here. So you can stand right over your baby here so that they can see you. You can maybe just have your feet either side of them so that they can feel you and they feel connected to you. And then they might be kind of kicking their feet against you as well. And I like to just tickle her bottom with my toes underneath as well. And then she knows that I'm there. So from here, I'm going to stand up nice and tall here. Big breath in to prepare. Breathe out. Take the chin to the chest. You can make a little bit of eye contact while we're there. Have a little smile. And then I'm going to be looking inwards towards my body, but now I can just wiggle my fingers in front of her as well, keeping those knees nice and soft. And now we're having a little hold of the hands at the bottom. She's going to grab hold of my hair. I can give her a little tickle, but I'm still looking between my legs here because that's good posture and great for the neck here. And just hang upside down. And then when I'm ready to come up, I'm going to breathe out and start rolling myself back up again. So it's quite tricky with this one to keep yourself looking backwards. Again, I can make a little bit of eye contact, wiggle my fingers there, and keep her nicely engaged. Okay, so that's our roll down. We'll just do one more of those. This is a really nice one to do with your baby here as well, and it feels lovely for the spine as well. So you're breathing out and rolling down. If you've got long hair like me, your little one's going to love trying to reach up and grab that. I can hold her hands at the bottom, give her a little tickle as well. There we go. She's got my hair, so she's pulling me down a little bit further. I'm going to stay down here for a breath or two. I can have a little tickle of her feet as well while we're down here. And then we're going to breathe up and start rolling back up again. Lovely, guys. So the roll down is a real classic, and it's a really nice thing to do to relax through the back. Okay, so we're going to come down onto the mat now and get into a bit more strengthening. So Madeleine's going to stay where she is, and we're going to come into a nice plank position. Now, if you do have any diastasis recti, or you suspect that you might do, or you're not sure, pretend that you do have it just to be on the safe side. And you're going to do a plank on the knees for me. Madeleine's just practicing her sit-ups, so you can take note of the sit-ups here as well. So we're going to come and do our plank hold. If you don't have any diastasis recti, or just a little bit further along and you know that you're feeling strong, you can take your knees off the ground. So you can do this up on your hands to give you a little bit more space here. So you can come into a full plank position here, or you can just drop the knees down to a half plank position. And if you want to, what I quite like doing is coming down onto my forearms, and then we can snuggle in nice and close like this, can't we? And then we can have a little kiss as well. Mwah. And then we can rub our noses and have a little play while we're down here. I think Mummy's probably enjoying it more than Madeleine is. And then if you're really feeling quite strong, what you can do is actually go up and then come back down again. So then we can come down and have a little kiss. And then we can head back up again. And you can do that from the knees as well. So you can be dropping yourself down and then coming back up. Remember, that's quite a difficult option, so you don't have to take that. Feel free to just hold the plank position, either on the knees or off the knees. You're showing off doing your sit-ups this morning, aren't you? You're showing off to everybody. And then from here, you just sort of hold that lovely long straight position. And you could stay here if you've got a clock that you can keep an eye on, or you can put in front of you. You could hold that for however many seconds you feel you can manage. Or if you don't, maybe just go with the number of breaths that you can do instead. So breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, engaging the core and pelvic floor. Okay, so the plank is quite a strong exercise, but again, we can make it suitable for people by putting the knees down. And if the knees down still doesn't feel quite right, just come into a hands and knees position there, and that's nice and safe. And again, you've got baby between your arms here. You can make lots of eye contact. You can have a little play on my top there. You can have a little kiss and a cuddle as well, and then baby's happy as well. Okay, I should say it does always help if they're on a full stomach, which she is, because she's less likely to get ratty with me, aren't you? So the next one we're going to do, you've given me an idea there, we're going to try our sit-ups, because you're showing off doing your sit-ups. You want to come do sit-ups with me? Yeah? Okay. Madeleine's going to come and do some sit-ups with me. So our sit-ups are only suitable for people who do not have diastasis recti. Okay, so just putting that out there now. This is a little bit more of an advanced postnatal exercise, but still good to do. So Madeleine is going to come down and sit on top of me here. Aren't you, sweetie pie? Okay. Oh, here we go. We're going to lie down, and I'm going to pop her just on my lower abdomen there so she can see me, okay? Now obviously you need to kind of watch your baby's neck and all the things that they're capable of doing. Madeleine's 6 months now, so she can sit up on me like this. So I'm going to be holding her under the arms so she's nice and secure, and then as I breathe out, I'm going to engage my core and pelvic floor, push my lower back into the mat, and just do a tiny little sit up, and we're going to have a little look at each other. She's not that interested in me today. She's more interested in her toes and my boobs. We're going to breathe in and sit back down, and we're ready to go again. So I'm going to breathe out, engage, and lift. Hello, sweetie pie. Are you tired? You're rubbing your eyes. And then I'm going to breathe in and lower back down. And what you can tell here is that I'm actually moving really, really slowly as well. So the slower you move, the better. Slow. We're just going to hang out at the top there. I'm going to give you a little tickle under the arms. You have a little play with your toes. We can have a look at each other. And then we can breathe in and we can go back down again. So this is a nice one to do if you're a little bit further along in your postnatal journey, you're ready to start working the rectus abdominis muscles. And you can tell here, these are not big sit-ups. This isn't your classic sit-up. My lower shoulder blades are pretty much still touching the mat. It's just a very small lift and lower, and you really don't need to lift any more than that in order to get a nice exercise. Check that your chin is tucked into the chest here. You don't want your head falling backwards because it'll give you a neck ache. And if your baby's here, it really helps because it keeps you looking at them, which is the perfect position. Okay, guys, so that is this one here. And now while we are on our backs, we're going to come into a nice shoulder bridge as well. So I'm just going to get Madeleine's feet on top of me. All right, sweetie pie, so you ready for a shoulder bridge? So she's going to stay up here. And then I'm going to breathe out, engage my core and pelvic floor, push my lower back into the mat, and then start rolling my spine up and away from the mat. And up she goes to the top. I'm going to breathe in and hold. And then we're going to breathe out and start rolling ourselves back down again. So most babies really like this one. They really like being lifted up and lifted back down again. So this is a really nice one if your baby wants to really kind of engage and feel involved and they feel nice and safe up there because you've got a good strong hold of them under the armpits there. Breathe in and hold at the top. And then we're going to breathe in and come back down. Thank you for drooling all over me, my lovely. That's delicious. We're going to have, if you want to, you can put a little ball or a cushion between your knees here, and that will also help you to apply a bit of pressure on that ball or cushion and get a bit more work on your inner thighs. It also stops your knees from wandering around. So if you've got the ability to grab hold of that, please do. So let's do a couple more. We're going to keep our shoulder blades back and down. We start with a neutral spine. We exhale. Push the lower back into the mat, start rolling ourselves upwards. Yay! Do you want to go up a bit higher? Yay! Little flying Madeleine, yeah! And then we're going to roll ourselves all the way back down again. Look at you, you clever girl. You're acting like mummy your bouncy castle now. Let's try another one. So Madeleine's going to fly. Whoop, there she goes. Yay! Breathe in and hold. And then we're going to breathe out and come back down. And this one is really nice for reducing any stiffness through the lumbar spine. It's great for helping you to strengthen your lower abdominals, your core and pelvic floor here. If you're holding your baby up like this, you're getting a bit of an upper body workout as well. And it's great for strengthening through the glutes and through the hamstrings as well. I'm getting a lot of drool on top of me here, so I'm going to come up and we're going to give you a little wipe down, okay, before we carry on. All right, my lovely, let's give you a little wipe. Wipe those fingers. Wipe mummy down as well because she's covered in drool. Yeah. And then we're going to do one more exercise for you. So side-lying exercises are brilliant postnatally, partly because they're suitable for everybody. You don't need to worry about diastasis recti. You can also have your baby lying really nice and close to you on the mat. You can keep that lovely contact. So if you do side-lying feeding, which Madeleine really enjoys, then actually she feels like really, really close to me, and you can roll your baby in nice and close as well. So it works really, really well. If they're happy just being on the mat, then you can just get on with the exercise. But what I'll do is bring Madeleine down close to me just so you can see, you know, if you've got your baby with you, how you might manage that. So what I'm going to do here is just pop her down on the mat, and she's got her play mat here, so if you're a little bit short on space, you could always pop them down on a play mat or a blanket next to you, just to make sure you can really got enough space to do what you want to do, okay? So we're then going to come down onto our side. Now this is for any of the side-lying exercises. So if you wanted a feed at the same time, if your baby's wanting a feed, a side-lying exercise is a brilliant thing to do, and they might even lean in thinking that's what's about to happen. So what I'm going to do here is lie on my side here, and now what you can do is play with them with your hand here if they're wanting to play, or you can dangle a little toy up here while you're doing your leg exercises. You can see Madeleine's just reaching for my fingertips there to keep her engaged. You might want to feed your baby while you're here on your side there. It's up to you. You like that, monkey? So I'm going to be lying on my side here. And if you need to put your hand on the ground, you can put it over them. And again, they'll probably look up at your arm and just be kind of entertained by what's going on there. And then we're going to come into some nice simple leg raises. So we're exhaling up, we're inhaling down, exhaling up, and inhaling down. And you can make this a little bit more strenuous by wrapping the band around your ankle so that as you lift the leg up, you've got a little bit of resistance here. We're going to go through loads of other side-lying exercises over the weeks, but you can see here that really side-lying position works really well. You can have a nice little cuddle with your baby. They can feel really close and secure to you there. And there's lots of opportunity to kind of play with them and get them involved in the exercise as well. Okay. And then the last thing I just wanted to show you, we kind of covered it a little bit before, was exercises on the hands and knees. Again, they are brilliant postnatally, partly because they're safe for everybody, whether or not you have diastasis recti or not. And again, you can get that lovely eye contact between you and your baby. It's a great opportunity to dangle a little toy that gives you a workout because you've got a hand off the ground. So hands and knees positions, any exercises there work really well. So we'll just do a quick demo, Madeleine. So we're going to move you into the middle of the mat now. Okay. She loves the ball, by the way, so I'm tempted to just bring the ball into position and she can have a little play with the ball while we do a little exercise as well. You enjoying that, sweetie? So, anything on the hands and knees, I would have your hands just sort of either side of their head and shoulders. Then you've got great eye contact between the pair of you. My knees are underneath my hips here. And from this position, you can do nice cat stretches if you're doing a little bit of a back stretch. You can do lovely kind of leg raises here as well. A Superman is a perfect exercise to be doing in this position. Great postnatally. Strengthens the back, strengthens the core. So let's just go through a couple of Supermans. Just for anyone who's not familiar there, you're going to exhale and reach away, and then you can lift up into position and breathe in to come down. And you can tell that Madeleine's following my hands here. So if I have Madeleine, sweetie, what's on this side? That hand going up as well. And then she'll probably follow your hands and legs. And again, you might pop a little toy around your fingertips here. There we go. And then I can push away. She's not going to let me take my hands away, but again, I'm working hard here, having my hand and my leg off the ground. Sometimes having little finger puppets here is a nice idea. That kind of keeps babies entertained, or just hanging little ribbons or something off your hands. It's a small thing, but it can really keep them engaged, and it can be the difference between you being able to get a little bit of exercise done and not. So just get creative, you know, with the toys that you've got around you. And it's not just about them doing it on their own and playing while you work out, but again, a couple of ribbons, rubber bands around your fingertips, anything colourful, you know, even just wiggling your fingertips as you're moving. Madeleine's really enjoying watching my hand creeping away there and coming back in again. Okay guys, so I hope that's given you a few ideas of some nice exercises that you can do if you've got your baby with you and you can't maybe join in a full workout. Lots of things you can have a go at today. So from me and Madeleine, hope you have a lovely rest of the day, and we'll see you soon. Thanks a lot, bye.